Hi everyone, and I hope you're all very well. In this episode, we'll just be having a look at the progress that I have made on both the station side and on the opposite side near the park, where I mentioned in the last video that I'll be starting some work on that. So I think you'll be surprised how much we've managed to get done. Also, there'll be a little further look at some work I've done on those vans that have had the decals put on. There'll be just a little bit on my trip up to Getz. And then I thought you might want to just see the local area. So that's where we are, and sit down, grab a cup of tea and take a look. Before we go into the garage and see what's been happening and what developments have occurred, I just wanted to say, as I always do, many thanks to the subscribers. We seem to have had a little spurt, so we're almost short of, just short of 400. So many thanks to all those who have come on board, and I hope you're enjoying it and that you will stay with us. And I would like, once I've tidied things up a little bit, for the new subscribers, just give you a tour of Medway. And of course, those who have remained loyal, thank you very much. It really is appreciated. I know I keep saying it, and when I set out, it was, well, if I'd got 100, I would have been shocked. But you know, to get near 400 is brilliant. So thank you very much. Well, I've made a little list of a few channels I've been watching, and I think he's worth a watch. My old pal Lee Wall, I was getting a little bit worried about him because he hadn't put anything up, but I was just about to message him, and then his latest video of the build of Upminster Station has come up, so that is well worth a watch, and also the little embankment he's made. So yeah, take a look at him. Who's next on there? Yeah, Emperor's Path, a new one I'd come across, and he's just building a layout, but he also does weathering and repainting. So yeah, I found that really interesting. And again, you know, take a look yourself. Who's next? Ah, Bognor Chris. Now, he seems to have pushed on quite well and has done some interesting experiments on what can be pulled up an incline. And yeah, I think he surprised himself. So what he's managed to achieve. So yeah, take a look at Chris and give him some support. We have, oh yeah, Liam at Dingsbury Town Model Railway. Again, he's starting to build, and some of the methods he's used for building these town scenes are really interesting. So again, worth a watch. Now, one that really is worth a watch is Michael at Chandwell. Now, he's built the Royal Scot Hotel, all out of card, and it's absolutely brilliant. And his latest video, he's very good. He's done a little film of Chandwell, and yeah, I won't spoil it, but do please take a look. Yeah, it's brilliant. Danny at South Line, Southern Line, always entertaining. One of the most enthusiastic people I've come across. He's a pleasure to watch his channel. So take a look at him if you're not already subscribed. And I'm going to finish off on channels on Jeff at Pride Parkway, Engage. Brilliant channel, but he seems to have just gone off the radar. So if anybody knows if Jeff's okay, yeah, I'd be interested to find out, and I hope all is well. But so there we are, and let's get over to the garage and see what's been happening. Okay, so here is a little overview of what I've got planned for this area. So if we go from right to left, we have, let me take that out of the way, the local tyre fitters, Rochester Tyre Services, Medway Ambulance Station, the fire station and the service station. Now just in this area here, I'm going to have a car wash. So that's where we are, and as you can see the road, excuse the mess here, but the road goes along down into the park area. So there we are. So I think you'll agree that there's been quite a bit of progress made on the layout, and I'm pleased how the goods depot came out, and I'll run through that a bit later in more detail. The other side, where the fire station etc. is, as I mentioned, there's just going to be waiting for some fencing to come in, and then it all really come together. All the buildings are fitted for lights, and I think one thing I will do is just have a think about the lighting and how I've got that wired up, and look to make it a little better. I think it could do with a good bit of tidying up, but that's to come. I'll also just put in a couple of pictures of some extra work I've done on those vans that I had the decals for. So yeah, let's have a little look at the goods depot. After deciding that this area here would not be a shuttle passenger line adjoining the main station, I decided that what I wanted was a goods siding coming off of this point here. And I looked for suitable buildings. I was looking at laser cut kits, resin buildings pre-built, and I just could not find anything at all that would seem to fit this position. So I then thought, what about the Metcalfe small factory? I think it's a PO283. I'll drop a picture of the packaging, and when I measured it up, 2 would fit in nicely with one of the 3-story buildings attached. So that's what I did. I bought 2 of those, put them together, joined them up, and then I decided that I'll get some of the signs from Scale Model Scenery. So I had those custom made up into Peninsula Brewing Company, and I think it looks okay. I'll just show you if I can, possibly just around the other side. And if you can see there, that doesn't look too bad at all. I realised here that when I was starting the build that I was going to have lights put in, and therefore if you're going to have lights put in through these windows here, you're going to see what is effectively a cardboard interior. So I decided to put some flooring in, and also some what have I got, oil drums, palletized loads, just to sort of block that out a bit so that it doesn't make it too obvious that you know, like the station where I made a mistake on not putting interiors in. So that's what I've done, and we will see that when this is lit up. I hope that makes sense, and also I'll drop some pictures of the build, and you'll see how I did it. So yeah, that's a new goods area. Next up is just a few pictures of my trip up to the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes. Just a few weeks back. There's only a few because there are so many people who have done much better videos than I have, and one to have a look at is Robert's train set, where he got to run his cube camera around not only the Hornby track, but Pete Waterman's making tracks layout, and yeah, he's really done good videos. So well done to Robert. Um, Stupidly, I missed the 11 o'clock YouTuber meetup, and missed out on seeing a few people. Folks I did bump into was Peter Dixon, and it was great to chat to him. My pal John Warner. It was lovely to catch up with him after a couple of years. Chris at Double O'Neill, and Tony North Eastern came up to me and said hello. So yeah, that was probably the highlight of my day trip up there. People I didn't see was Mick from Lakeside, and I found out that Lee Wall was there as well, and I missed him. Um, Unfortunately, Alan from Dragon Junction was struck down by COVID, so he couldn't make it. But brilliant news is that he looks like he's back to full fitness, and that Barbara is nearly there as well. So yeah, brilliant stuff. And yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was nice to get back out to exhibitions, and there's some really inspiring layouts, and I did want to see Pete Waterman's making tracks layout in the flesh, and I got some pictures of it, as you can see, and then I came back later, and I actually went around the corner to which was a non-scenic area, because it then meant you got some really good close-ups of the rolling stock they were using. And Pete Waterman was there as well. And he's a really nice fellow, very knowledgeable, and was happy to chat to people, and unsurprisingly sign his book that he was he was selling. Um, One thing that did disappoint me, there were a few people there who seemed to look as though they wanted to do a bit of one-upmanship and saying, trying to catch Pete out, and my knowledge is better than your knowledge, and it was a little bit distasteful, to be absolutely honest with you. And I think Pete done well to not tell them to go and do one. And also, somebody was there questioning Mike Wilde and why they chose the specific, I think it's a Bradbury Manor logo, and questioning why they should have picked that one. And I think Mike was slightly peeved. And as he explained, it actually runs on the main line. So it was a model that GWR era folks could run, as well as people from the modern era. So yeah, there we are. Folks are folks. I just went to really enjoy it, and to appreciate really the extraordinary skills of some of them. So yeah, take a look. It's only a short few pictures, and yeah, great. Okay.
You're on.
Is the baby with us? So, coming out tomorrow?
So that's the end of the latest update, and as always, I hope you found it interesting. I just thought I'd finish off with just a little look at some pictures of Hoo St Werburgh, which is where I live. It's a small village just in the Medway Peninsula, not too far away from I suppose Rochester, Chatham, and I went out walking with the dog and took a few pictures. So yeah, have a look. It's something a little different. So hope you enjoy it, and of course we'll finish off with just a little bit of running. So as always, I'd like to say stay safe. Thanks very much for watching and continuing to support the channel. It's brilliant. And then, just lastly, there was a couple of people who I forgot to mention who I didn't see at Getz, who wasn't there. Graham Falston from Lakeside, and now of his Gentry car kit build. I think he, because he was in the middle of the fuel crisis and he couldn't get fuel to get up there. And also Susanna from Milton Hall and Volmer, who I was hoping to see because I wanted to thank her for putting the sticker decal guy onto me via one of her videos, and also the Class 37. So Susanna, I couldn't say in person, but thanks as always. And that's it. So until the next time, folks, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modelling. So here we are at a local church, Hoo St Werburgh. It's a very impressive building that goes back to the times of Edward the Confessor, and is actually mentioned in the Domesday Book. It also holds some of the Commonwealth war graves. So let's just pan around and see if we can get some better pictures. Here's the graveyard, which is very well kept. And as we move around, that's the back of the library. A fairly newly refurbished gravestone. Over the back there is the older part of the graveyard, and as we move back we get the church in all its glory. Inside the church is a window that's dedicated to Thomas Evelyn, who was well known for the Evelyn and Porter steam engine company. Okay, so that's Hoo St Werburgh.